Hey guys, this is Nature's Joint Frequently Asked Questions. What is ceremonial cacao? This is probably the question that we get asked the most. The truth is that ceremonial cacao isn't a legally defined term, and traditionally it refers to cacao that has been very minimally processed and used by indigenous cultures throughout Central and South America for generations in rituals, celebrations, and in daily life. For us, ceremonial cacao is about respecting those traditions while offering cacao that's as close to its natural state as possible. We focus on transparency, minimal processing, quality, and origin, so you know exactly where your cacao comes from and how it was produced. What's the difference between cacao paste and cacao powder? Cacao paste is made from the whole cacao bean, so nothing has been removed, so it naturally contains both the cacao solids and the cacao butter. Cacao powder is made by pressing out most of that cacao butter, leaving behind a much leaner product. We choose whole cacao because it's minimally processed and a whole food. By keeping the bean intact, more of the natural occurring compounds are preserved, giving it a richer texture, fuller flavour, and a much more authentic cacao experience. Can you use dairy milk? You can, but we don't recommend it. So research suggests that dairy milk may reduce the absorption rate of some of cacao's natural occurring flavonols. To get the most of your cacao, we'd recommend using hot water or a plant-based milk like almond, coconut, oats. And this allows you to enjoy the experience and the flavour a lot more. What are the ingredients? Well, there is just one ingredient, and it's 100% pure cacao. So there's no sugar, no sweeteners, no preservatives, no emulsifiers, no flavorings, no additives, just cacao. What's the difference between fermented cacao and unfermented cacao? Most cacao is fermented after harvesting. Fermentation helps to develop a rich chocolate flavor that most of us are familiar with, which is why the vast majority of cacao around the world is fermented. Our Colombian and Peruvian cacaos are both traditionally fermented and each produce their own unique flavor profile. Our Mexican Soconusco lavado is different. Instead of being fermented, it is washed after harvest, making it an unfermented cacao. By skipping fermentation, that's one less stage of processing, helping preserve more of cacao's naturally occurring compounds. So what's really exciting is that our own independent laboratory analysis showed our Mexican Soconusco lavado ranked first against a range of both fermented and unfermented cacaos for the compounds we tested. That's one of the reasons we're so passionate about sharing it. The flavour is completely different too. It's darker, earthier, and more robust, and a rich, dark chocolate taste, roasted nut, and almost coffee-like notes. Fermented and unfermented cacao both have their place. They simply offer different flavour profiles and different processing methods. What can I add to my cacao? Honestly, that is completely up to you. Some people love it exactly how it is, while others like to experiment. Some of our favourite additions are cinnamon, ginger, vanilla, chili, and a small pinch of salt to enhance that chocolatey flavour. And if you like a sweeter drink, a honey or a agave works really well too. Does cacao contain caffeine? Yes, but it's a lot less than coffee. Cacao naturally contains a small amount of caffeine, but it's also rich in theobromine, another naturally occurring compound found in cacao. Many people find the energy feels a lot more smoother, lasts longer than coffee without the sudden spike and crash. What does cacao do for your body? Well, cacao is considered one of the most nutritionally dense foods on the planet. It's naturally rich in minerals like magnesium, iron, copper, and manganese, while also containing beneficial plant compounds like flavonols. So research has shown that flavonols can support healthy blood flow, cardiovascular system, and be part of a balanced diet. So many people also choose cacao as part of a mindful daily ritual because of how it makes them feel, although everyone's experience is totally different. What does your cacao taste like? This is one of my favourite questions because every cacao is completely different. So just like coffee or wine, where it's grown has a huge impact on how it tastes, our Colombian cacao is bright and vibrant with notes of ripe banana and citrus notes. Our Peruvian cacao is our smoothest and most chocolatey cacao with hints of red berries. Our Mexican Sucanusco Unfermented is darker, earthier and more intense with rich dark chocolate, roasted nut and almost coffee-like notes. And they're all 100% pure cacao, but they couldn't taste any more different. Which cacao should I start with? So if you are completely new to cacao, I would normally recommend the Peruvian. It's smooth, it's rich, chocolatey and probably the easiest introduction. If you enjoy brighter fruit and notes, then I would go for the Colombian. And if you love bold, dark chocolate and earthy flavors, the Mexican is definitely the one to try. How much cacao should I drink? For everyday drinking, I recommend around 15 to 20 grams is a great place to start. If you're looking for a larger ceremonial serving, many people enjoy between around 30 to 40 grams. There's no right or wrong amount. It's just about finding what works best for you. Is cacao the same as hot chocolate? Not really. Most hot chocolate is made using cocoa powder, sugar, and other added ingredients. Our cacao is made from whole bean, meaning that nothing else is added or removed, and it's very minimally processed under low temperatures to keep that very creamy flavor. So yeah, it's not the same at all. Why is your cacao more expensive than supermarket cacao? Well, it's because it's a completely different product. Supermarket cacao is usually made from defatted cocoa powder that's been heavily processed. Our cacao is made from the whole bean, sourced directly from origin, it's organic, it's third-party heavy metals tested, and it's fully traceable back to the communities who actually grow it. So it's not just different quality, it's a completely different food. Is your cacao tested? Absolutely. Every batch is independently lab tested for heavy metals before it's released. It's called a COA. And we believe transparency is just as important as quality, which is why we make our laboratory results available. Is your cacao vegan? Yes. So the only ingredient is 100% pure cacao, so it's naturally vegan. Is your cacao gluten-free? Yes. So cacao is naturally gluten-free and contains no added ingredients. Why does each cacao look and taste so different? So cacao is just like coffee and wine, like we mentioned. The genetics of the cacao tree, the soil, the altitude, the climate, and all the other ways for it to be processed influence the flavor. So that's why every origin has its own unique character, and that's exactly what makes exploring different cacaos so exciting. How should I store my cacao? Store it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. It doesn't need to be refrigerated, but you can just keep on your shelf. Why does Nature's Joint talk so much about origin? Because we believe cacao is so much more than just an ingredient or food. So behind every cup are farming communities, traditions, biodiversity, and thousands of years of history and incredible sacred land. That's why we travel to origin, work closely with producers, and share as much information as we can on our packaging and website and social media. We also want people to feel connected to where their cacao comes from, because cacao isn't just a drink, it's the bridge that connects us to the people and the places behind it. So thank you guys for tuning in to this FNQ. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it answered all of your questions, but if it hasn't, then feel free to reach out to us and we will get back to you. Thank you.